Now today is November 6th. It's a Wednesday, 12:27 a.m. I made a couple trades. One of the trades, my stop loss kicked in, and actually I lost a couple trades here. So if I look at this right here, I'm currently down on my 10K challenge of $312 right now, but I did manage to recoup this so far. So, after I started washing dishes, I came back to work here, and so I'm looking at this. 6 right there. Okay, 7. Now it's 16. Whatever that is. Okay. 6, 6, 6. That's 5. Okay. Which one is this one? Okay, it's this one. All right. So I'm looking at this trade, and this is the reasoning. There's some reasoning that there's reasoning behind all trades, and some are far-fetched, and some are legitimate and practical, and some are A+ reasoning. So I came back from washing dishes, and I've noticed that these must be the trades that I made. So essentially, and look at that. I'm looking at this and I'm like disheartened because I got out too early. Look at that. Wow. Despite the fact that I only had one lot in there, I mean, that would have been tremendous. As UJ and EU, the major forex pairs, they tend to trend quite a bit. And look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin's at 75K. Wow. Okay, so now I'm looking at this, and I'm looking at the euro, which is essentially inversely correlated to UJ to somewhat. So when I made the trade on this latest one and the latest one here, my reasoning is that essentially it was in a bull trend, and so any pullback can be bought into, expecting it to take off. And it's currently doing that right now. I mean, it's within this time frame here, it's reaching the high right here, although this is a 1 minute chart. So the reasoning that I had is that on the backdrops of a bullish trend, if I were to get in here where the pullback is, and if I am able to time it right, where I'm seeing a signal that says that there is a reversal here. This one I got in too early and got stopped out, but here, right here, wow, look at that. With one lot, that was like $60 right there. So we're talking about 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 360, 1, 2, 360, 1, 2, 360. That would have been 360s. So that would have been $200 with just one lot right there. $200 right there. Okay, that would erase it erased $200, part of that deficit right there. But I normally traded like 2 lots here. So that's the reasoning behind it. Where in the past, I had no idea. I had no idea what was going on, what kind of trading that I should be doing. I had no idea why it was moving up. I had no idea why these candles were doing this. Now in hindsight, I can see what these candles are portraying. So when I look at this, generally speaking, it is depicting a bullish trend. And when it got ahead of itself at this stage right here, it got ahead and it pulled back here. And then it was somewhat trying to determine which side it needs to go, and then dropped a little bit, pull back. And then here is essentially sideways for a little bit, and then it's resumed its pickup. And then here it is. So essentially, this is a bigger picture of of this candle, which is saying it doesn't know what to do at this stage, but it's going to continue with this general theme of moving up. And therefore, if I can time the area where there is a reversal that occurs, then I can expect to ride the trend in that trend direction. That's the reasoning behind it. So the reasoning behind it is generally this is an uptrend. So if there's a pullback, that means that I can time it so that I can get into the situation where I time that location, plus or minus the stop loss. If I can survive that stop loss, generally speaking, what it's going to do, it's going to continue on its trajectory up. And that's the reasoning behind this trade, which is essentially, if I were to look at it, so I would have to say that this is a pullback continuation trade. So it's not a parabolic continuation. It's not a parabolic trade or a breakout trade. It is essentially this essentially is not a breakout, but it is essentially a continuation based on a pullback right here. So this is a pullback continuation trade. So this has been fairly lucrative here. So I made about, these two trades came at the same time. So I had like 4 lots sitting together and moving up. And then I added this over here. So this could have been multiplied up by 4, which is, that would have been 240. That would have been 240 bucks right there. Okay, that could have been 240 right there, but only 60 bucks. So that's 200 bucks right there. Yep. So just getting from here to here, but moving all the way up there, which is adding another 200 times 3. That's 600 bucks right there. That's significant. That's an incredible movement just looking at from a 1-minute candle perspective. So that's the reasoning behind this trade. That's the reasoning. So what do I call this? I would have to call it, how do I call it? It's already out there. People know about it. I'm just discovering it. It's called pullback continuation. What is it? Continuation, pullback? No. Pullback. It's a trend pullback. Oh, trend continuation pullback. Yeah, so it's called trend continuation pullback trade. That's what I would call it. Okay. Trend continuation pullback trade. That's what it is. That's the way I traded this area here. This could simply be called a continuation trade right here. If any one of these are just continuation trade. But this one especially is called, right, as well as this right here. I made 2 sequences of trades, which equal to about 3 trades. 1, 2, 3 right there. So I made 3 trades, but they are made based on trend continuation pullback trade.